Boom. Iran and Iraq it's a hoax, you guys. Just ask Mitch McConnell, what do you think about this whole thing with Iran and Iraq? It's about the data, voter data. Signifier, the Seven of Cups. I don't know. It's something about Iran, Iraq, because we have to keep our balance. Remember, my live stream I did. This is the most important thing that was getting eclipsed at the new moon. The two pentacles, how they keep balance with Russia and money and donors. What does he think? What's the challenge with the Iran and Iraq? Because they have to slow down the messaging and what's going on, because at the base of this are all the investigations that they're under with the FBI, with Intel, and what's crowning Mitch? Oh, the Trump crime syndicate, because in the past here we have the Page of Pentacles. Jared, I didn't show you guys this reading. Jared, apparently, I think he's talking. Because this is saying what happened with Jared squealing is leading to the obstruction and the fighting that we're having right now. How do we see McConnell about this war-esque stuff going on with Iran and Iraq? Because of news coming out about Russia and the Saudis. And the environment has to do with the Page of Cups. Oh, there is the voter again. I'm telling you over and over, it's not about Iran and Iraq. It's about the elections. What is Mitch's hope? That their plan, that they can keep progressing with their plan, as so he fears. This is my Jared card, my Jared indicted card, my Jared cooperating card. What's he going to just keep working on? The Republican Party, because the final outcome is he's trying to get away and he's trying to transfer stuff overseas. I think there's like an intelligence and a money and a crypto heist going on while we're looking at all of this silly Iran-Iraq stuff that's attacking our military. Remember, Mitch had the Ace of Cups, this drama, this war stuff, or was it the Four of Swords? He had in the fourth house, basically forgetting about American security and interests. Horrible. Okay, I swear to God, you guys, this is not about Iran and Iraq. Oh, but before I tell you who this is, a user, oh, what's his name? Excellent, excellent, excellent idea. Just a second. Okay, yes, our friend Larry Baumgart reminded me, all of us, to use our power, to keep using our power and call and fax our members of Congress. Now, we all know we're supposed to be doing that anyway, but here's the thing. With these eclipses and laying down the gauntlet of the Saturn-Pluto conjunction with eclipse energy, I cannot even explain how powerful those calls and faxes will be during this month. So if there's going to be a time you want to use your citizenship skills with more leverage behind you, this is the time to do it. Call and fax and call and fax. Okay? Oh, my one last housekeeping announcement. I should have started this video this way, but anyway, I'm out of order. I did, actually, it was a private live stream. That's why you guys didn't get notifications, because I was testing it out. I didn't know how it was going to go. Totally spur of the moment. But it's an hour and 9 minutes. But what it does, it lays out everything for this month with the eclipses, because what I did before the eclipses was I took our monthly lunations, the stages of the moon, and asked what would be eclipsed during those weeks. And that's what that video is about. It's showing you what's going to be eclipsed, meaning what is going to be hit hardest and what's going to be transformed the most. really interesting. It has a consistent theme. And that's why these videos I'm doing right now, the one with Mercer under the bus, I just did Mitch. This one is on CalgonChao. I love that name. It all aligns with this. The whole Iraq-Iran narrative is a lie. It's a hoax. Okay? And here, let's just jump right into this. This is the reading I did, asking CalgonChao, hey, what do you think about Iran and Iraq? What's going on with that? This is how she responds. Card of the reading, it's the Angry Putin / MBS. Signifier is the Fool, Donald, who's covered in the Republican Party. This is why Iran and Iraq is happening. It has nothing to do with us being attacked. Because the challenge for them is to keep progressing with their friends meddling in our elections and the propaganda machine. This is why we're doing Iran and Iraq, according to CalgonChao. Because at the very root of this is the government. And what's crowning them? The world. We keep seeing this world card, which is about successful endings. It could be Charles Koch or David Koch, one of the Kochs. I needed a clarifier on that because I keep seeing this world card. Well, what's coming to an end? Here you go. Here's the clarifiers. The secret talks that have been happening with the devil, with Putin. This is elections. The death card we get in elections has to do with votes being changed. I have a whole series I did on that. I'm going to keep pointing there, so maybe if I remember, I'll put the link here. By Putin. By Russia. So the end is coming, this whole process. That's what's crowning CalgonChao as to why Iran and Iraq are happening. Angry Putin, MBS. More Putin in elections. Indicted Trump in the Republican Party. Because in the past, Donald made offers to Trump Russia. He has to keep making offers and keep offering payments because he was illegally elected, illegitimately. How do we see CalgonChao about Iran, Iraq? The data. It's always been the data. Watch that live stream I did. It explains her and Xi Jinping and their goals, which actually they're both very active right now, CalgonChao and Xi Jinping in China. China is very active right now behind the scenes because this is a whole money maker right now with Iran and Iraq. She's seen as data, so that means she's been transferring voter data for the hackers going to China and North Korea. The environment is one about temperance. Again, bringing data over from the government and blending that with Russia. She's a pivot point person to get stuff back to Russia. Her hope is death. What is death? The Zelensky case related to Trump, Russia, and Donald being separated. Actually, impeachment, this is also settlement in arbitration. She is wanting this impeachment process to end. Her fear, the Nine of Wands, financial burdens. Whenever I see the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands when it comes to these, the cabinet and what they owe Putin, the Nine of Wands for me, for whatever reason, has been coming up as financial burdens. The Ten of Wands are the other burdens that those people have to bear towards Putin, which is more usually related to the election. The Nine of Wands are the burdens financially. So what's she going to do? She's just going to go In her Russian strength, I'll tell you what she thinks her Russian strength is, except she's caught and she's stuck. She can't transmit stuff anymore because things are happening quickly. U.S. defenses are happening quickly because of the data. And in another reading I did about General Martyr and his death, and he tells me he's dead. But part of the reason he had to go was because there was a relationship with him and Iran and data. No lie. Iran-Iraq is not a preemptive thing. It has to do with the data and the elections that are getting rigged. We'll ask someone else and see what they say. But so far we have Zuck, Mercer, Mitch, and CalgonChao saying the same thing. Okay. Continuing on this theme, asking Mitch and CalgonChao, what's up with Iraq and Iran? I'm like, I'll ask Donald. And yeah, I'm asking Donald, but holy cow, it's like, you know what? I think I'm going to grab the quarter moon chart and double check what was going on and related to the new year. This is a thing that's going to go next because this talks about how Donald, Bart, and Putin, this quarter moon, planned and set up killing that general. Barr looks to be planning another attack. I don't know if it's at home or abroad. He is setting something up, and there's a focus going to Pelosi. So that is going to be the next reading after this. So I am just going to ask Donholio, Orange Holio Potard Fotis. Why? Tell me, Mitch told us what he thought about, and Zuck and Mercer and CalgonChao all told me, and the viewers then, what they thought about this war with Iran, and it's kind of like a cover for something else. It's no big deal. And it seems to me there's a big heist underway in the background that nobody can see because you're all trying to get everyone crazy about a war, and your crazy tweeting is merely to provoke people and get everyone screaming and talking about things and not what we should be talking about. Yet again, here we are. I have not watched the news this past week, and I refuse to. Okay. Donald, why are you provoking a war with Iran? What's the story behind this, Donald? I wonder if we're going to see the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the World card, the Death card, maybe some courts, Facebook, that type of stuff. Donald, why are you provoking this war with Iran? Zuck had this. The Five of Pentacles reversed. This has to do with our agencies. I'm feeling like it's going more towards our military and our troops because our embassy was shelled. And when our embassy was getting shelled, this is what came up. Reversed. Now, Zuck had this, and it's kind of like trying to get a break, a reprieve, so that they could just kind of, recuperate, gather themselves, and get ready for the next round or do something behind the scene. But it's more to take a break from what's going on and get their footing and, go into the next phase. So, this is about, this being the poverty card, this is painful. This reverse is when you're getting relief from pain. So for Donald, he's getting relief from pain essentially by having this war. Because what? It's covered in what? Candidate Donald. Candidate Donald needs a shiny object. He is just this work as president is hard work. What's your challenge, Donald? What's your challenge that required a war with Iran? Your challenge is not going to jail or ending up dead. Don't like this glare. Let's see what I can do about this. What if we just go over here a little bit more? Will that help? A little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Oh my God, I just saw what was underneath. Oh crap. We need to talk about this Four Cups. This was the card of the reading. Let me find my notes. I explained this in the hour-long live stream that I did, which answers everything you want to know about the eclipses and what's going to happen. Four of Cups, Four of Cups. Oh, come on, where are you? The Four of Cups. Okay, so this has to do with voting. It involves the Page of Cups, which are the voters. And the voters, having heard, the propaganda and the story coming out of Russia on who to vote for, because this news is coming in fast, that's the plan. The plan is to inundate the voters with news about candidates that will help the Republican Party. So their op is to do that and affect the elections as such, which involves like the Eight of Pentacles, transfer of data, yada, yada, yada. But this Four of Cups, I'm seeing more and more this has to do with how the micro-targeting of voters and forcing them to change their minds with elections, with the news that comes out of Russia and who you should be voting for. This is why we have zero time for purity tests, because even that narrative is manufactured. Everything essentially is manufactured. Because the media, I've done my readings with MSNBC and CNN. Those guys, the presidents, totally in Trump's back pocket. The president, I forgot what his name is with MSNBC. His idol was Roger Ailes. And he, in 2004, 2005, which has been scrubbed from the interwebs, was working over in Ukraine. Think about that. Okay, so the reason why Donald is in this fake war with Iran, Iraq, but I don't want to change the regimes. No, idiot. Is because he needs a break, he needs a reprieve because of his candidacy. He's terrified of going to jail. And the card of the reading, it has to do with voting. News is coming out, big bad news is coming out about elections and how they've been corrupted. What's at the base of this, Donald? It's at the root of your problem. Taking action. You needed to take action. Something had to happen to drown this all out. Because what's crowning you guys is the Republican Party. Does this look like a war? No. It's more like a cover-up. Because in the past, what happened? What happened that made you take this action? The government. What did the government do? That led to what? The timing. The timing, it could be elections, but more likely being impeached. Meaning it was time to do something because of what's going on with the government. Can we just give props to Speaker Pelosi being a badass? She has him impeached and is withholding articles, and this is the result. A big shiny war with Iran, because they have nothing else they can do. Think about that. How ballsy is that? Thank you, Divine Feminine. How do we see Donald with his fake war with Iran? He's heartbroken. Are you heartbroken? No. Are you kidding me? Betrayal. Treason. And the environment is one of what? With this fake war. A Tower moment. A Tower moment for the White... Yes, the White House is having a hard time, so they need to have a war. Donald, what's the hope with your fake war? His hope is he can stay in the office of president. Star is the office of the president of the United States for me. His fear is his nightmares. His fear is his own anxiety. His fear is his fear because he knows it's true. So what are you going to do with your next steps with your fake war? I'm just going to talk more Trump-Russia. Final outcome with your fake war. It's an agreement. What kind of agreement? Donald, what kind of agreement are you having with your fake? Who's part of this agreement with your fake war? You know who else had that Two of Cups? I think either Mercer or Zuck had. This was Zuck. Zuck threw Mercer under the bus. He had an agreement for that, I think. So the final outcome is what? Whose agreement is this? Whose agreement is this? We have stealing elections, stealing stuff, bribes. Rebecca Mercer, ooh, she got thrown under the bus. And it's a nightmare for her. So you have an agreement with who? Whose agreement is this? Well, that's the agreement. The final outcome is the agreement. Stolen elections, bribes, money laundering, money, crypto, Rebecca Mercer, and a nightmare. That's the agreement. So some sort of agreement is coming to hit Donald that has to do with Mercer. Rebecca, you throwing Donald under the bus now? You gonna pay it forward from Zuck doing that to you? Rebecca Mercer, you throwing Donald under the bus? She's got a new action. I think maybe, yeah, that's her new plan of action. Because, yeah, she's got 10 swords in her back, too. And she's indicted. Just like, oh, my God. Yeah, she's throwing him under the bus because she's indicted. I don't know if she knows she's indicted, but holy hell, I've been seeing it all over the place today. Good luck with that. Sucks to be RU. Okay, so the final thing is there's an agreement that's going to come against him. So he's just going to go about his business with Trump Russia and the oligarchs and the Trump crime syndicate, the Trump campaign. He's setting something up. What are you setting up, Donald? Because Bill Barr is doing that too. Page of Swords, that could be a spy, or it is Zuckerberg against voters in the electorate. It's coming quickly because of his financial burdens to Putin. Here we go again. Here we go. Here we go. It's not about Iran. It's about the elections. Okay, so I will add this to this one, and then we are going to drill down on Bill Barr and Putin and Donald. How about that? Okay, thanks, you guys.
Oh, hey, you guys. One last thing. I know I'm bombarding you with a ton of information. That's because I'm trying to get up to speed with everything that's going on. But one thing I did, if you are curious to know exactly what Lindsey Graham is showing to have been doing and done and is guilty of, um, the video, Senator Lindsey, I think it's called Senator War Crimes or Senator Traitor from October 24th, starts around, I think, 8 minutes. Find out what he's doing, and your head's going to explode between 11 and 15 minutes. It's really, really, really bad. Like worse than what you could imagine. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching the video. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment. I really need your help. New subscribers, I am just perpetually shut down by YouTube. Check your notifications, check your subscriptions, because I bet they've been turned off by now, because that's what a lot of people are reporting, okay? Thanks. Love you guys. Bye.